Midnights with Mike at 11 on the dot, where the jokes are warm and the laughs are hot. Mike Bocchetti's the name, he's got the charm. With a face like a teddy, no cause for alarm. You've seen him with De Niro, you've seen him with Stern, but now he's here solo. It's Mike's big turn. He's got the jokes, the wit, the surprise. He's Staten Island's greatest comedic prize. It's Midnights with Mike. 11 on the clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, now let's make some noise for the star of our show, Midnights with Mike at 11 or 10:30, Mike Bocchetti.
Hey, Bobby, how are you, everybody? Hey, America. Hey, people over the world. That's my great friend, Bobby Tamburro. He's a comic and actor, writer, and all about Men About Town. I love that song, Bob. That song seems to be popular like Rock Lobster from the 80s when I was growing up.
You know, I was going with like a Rat Pack type thing, because that's what I've envisioned this as. You know, you're
making the Rat Pack was like when I wasn't even born yet, or like when I was an infant. Rock Lobster, you weren't even born yet.
No, not at all. But before we get into too much, Mike, who are you? Why are we here? And what is this show?
It's about comedy. It's about life. It's about fun. It's not about politics. It's not about hurting anybody's feelings. You know, some people get offended with us. We're sorry, but, you know, that's why pencils have a race. We make mistakes. Everybody does.
And you're going to get brilliant advice like that all evening from Mike Bocchetti. We're doing kind of like a late night show. This is our pilot episode, testing the waters, if you will. We are recording remotely, but we're hoping to be in person soon, right?
No, we will definitely be in person, because we still will be eating 10 pepperoni pies.
10? Hell yeah. We might have to call Steve to help.
Yeah, you know what, though? You got to promise me, you know, once we're live, and go down to Pennsylvania and pick us up some shoofly pie.
Ooh, I may actually bring some back with me. That's one of my favorite pies.
Oh, yeah,
what's your favorite pie? We'll be your Mount Rushmore pies, Michael.
To anybody else that never had shoofly pie, it's from Pennsylvania, but where the Amish people are, right? And it's made of, I'm not sure the exact ingredients, but it's pure heaven. But it has molasses and it's heavy. You could have a stroke eating it, but it's worth every minute. It's so good.
Die doing what you love, eating that shoofly pie. If you had to pick your top 4 pies, Mike, what would they be? Would shoofly be on there?
Shoofly? 5%? Shoofly?
4.
Oh, okay, shoofly, key lime, right? Pecan, right? And probably bean Italian and cannoli cake or pie.
You know what? Other than your second key lime, I think we have the exact same list. I might throw in a pumpkin. It wouldn't be in my top 4. I'm a fan, just not my favorite. I do like it because it's not the same as everything else. You know, a cherry pie and a peach pie is pretty much the same.
Oh, really? I like cherry part. I like cherries by themselves.
I do too. It's too sweet. You need some ice cream or something to break it up, and that's saying a lot. But before we do anything, this is a late night show, Mike. And what do late night shows start with?
Late night.
A monologue, right? So we got to play our first news story for you. We're going to do things a little differently here. Do you want to explain?
Actually, I'm kind of new to this format, but Bobby's the head guy with this, and he's like, you know, the production guy. I'm just some guy standing there in front of the camera, hoping it goes well.
And it is going well so far. So basically what we're going to do, instead of on the late night, they give you the news and a joke at once, I'm going to play the news for you, our star of the show, and then you're going to cut 3 or 4 jokes about the story right afterwards.
Oh, nice. Can I improv this?
That's the plan.
Hey there, comedy fans. Today we're diving into a rumor that's got Springfield, Ohio buzzing. Are migrants really eating pets in Springfield? Yeah, you heard that right. First off, let's get one thing straight. This whole migrants eating pets thing sounds like the plot of a bad horror movie, but hey, sometimes life imitates art, right? Spoiler alert. Haitians are, let's break it down. The rumor started when someone's chihuahua went missing, and then a woman arrested for eating a cat in front of her neighbors. Next thing you know, everyone's pointing fingers at the migrant community, because obviously if Fido goes missing, it must be the new neighbors who just happen to be migrants. However, then migrants were caught trying to kill ducks at the local pound. Local authorities claim zero evidence to support this wild theory. That's right, folks. However, social media and local headlines tell a different story. In fact, several videos, local headlines, and rough interactions have gone viral on X. And let's be real for a second. The rednecks in Springfield are just looking for an excuse.
I don't think Scruffy should be on the menu with steak filet mignon, number one. You know what I mean? Because we're cheeseburger, that's right. Right, that's ridiculous.
I think you off the beginning, Mike. Let's start from the beginning. Hit it from the start.
Oh, okay, about the food thing. Oh, God. It's horrific, in my opinion, because, number one, I'm a huge animal lover since childhood, right? Okay, maybe some of these animals think you'll miss import fingers right away. But the bottom line is, these people from around the world eat cockroaches, bugs, all kinds of stuff that seems weird to us, but I did not get into this scruffy doggy up to filet mignon. You know what I mean? No, nobody's touching that dog. I will put a bone in someone's skull if they go near my dog.
I like that.
Or cat.
Or cat. What else? What else you got there, Mike? It's
ridiculous because, first of all, they want to blame people for everything today, Bobby. Number one, right? Who knows who started this rumor? You know what I mean? If it was true, Peter would be down there with all the Trump Nazis tearing place to pieces.
Oh, absolutely. I gotta be honest, I think I know who started this rumor. Do you?
Probably some jackass that wanted some attention down there. They probably don't have much going down in that part of Ohio, you know what I mean? So they gotta have some kind of publicity going on for themselves.
I was thinking it was the Chinese.
I don't know. They got blamed. You know what, Bob? Ever since COVID happened, that disease, I definitely think that COVID was manufactured in a lab by some psychopath. And it escaped the laboratory.
But I just think they got tired of being accused of eating pets all the time, so they're like, let's blame the Haitians.
Oh, no. You know, they blame for everything. Bob, they're just going to blame people for everything. Like I said, but as far as eating animals, you know what? Keep it in your own country. Don't bring it here because just leave it as is. We have millions upon millions of animals over here. Are you kidding me? Eat animals. People, what do you call it? Treat their pets better than people sometimes. You have dogs eating, you know what I mean? They're taking doggy hospitals when a dog's sneezing, spending all kinds of money, you know what I mean? Some dogs, you know, people buying their dog steak tartare.
What did you think about the part where they said the rednecks in Springfield are just waiting for an opportunity? You think that's true?
I don't know. You know, they like to fight with people out over there, brawl with people. It could be possible, but I don't know how many real rednecks are in Springfield.
Yeah, that's a good point too. It is Southern Ohio, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean,
well,
but I don't. To me, Bob, Southern to me, redneck would be the Appalachians, you know what I mean, things like that, like West Virginia, you know what I mean, all down the South. I don't know, but they could be in Ohio. I really don't know. Yeah, what was they doing with them? Because they're not used to eating exotic foods. They're used to eating fluff and other and watching TV.
Yeah, they weren't really wild animals, were they, if they're living in Springfield? The people are crazier, closer to wild animals in Springfield.
But Bob, they can, okay, the rednecks can definitely get a deer or a buck, but I don't know if they're going to be able to handle it or not.
Might have bit off more than they could chew. I think you nailed the migrant story. Let's get to the big news that's on everybody's mind. You ready?
Okay.
This is why you need to check out Midnights with Mike. Comedian Mike Bocchetti is about to shake things up. Everyone's buzzing about Mike Bocchetti's new late-night show, Midnights with Mike. It's the freshest, funniest thing to hit your screen since, well, sliced bread. Mike's bringing his A-game with wacky skits, hilarious guests, and those quirky Bocchetti moments we all love. But here's the big question. Can Mike reach the legendary status of Mario Bosco from the Artie Lang show? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. You won't want to miss a single episode. So grab your popcorn and tune in to see if Mike's got what it takes to be the next late-night sensation.
Yes, well done, Bob, because that would take me like 23 days to do. It probably take you an hour.
Well, we should check out the late night show, late nights or midnights with Mike at 11.
Yeah,
you got to joke about that.
It's funny, we'll be moving on a lot of different stuff. This is a pilot show, but we got a lot of things coming down the road because we both know a lot of different people in this. Not only that, we're not going to have a show. We want, first of all, everybody we want to make the show audience-friendly and fan-friendly more than anything. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean people go berserk with us either. We all need something called respect.
Just a little bit.
And the thing is, I don't want to have like funny, Bobby knows, and I know that's what we get together now. We don't want to have 8 comics talking over each other, screaming about different stuff, ragging on people, just same old.
And this is brand new.
People appreciate, and I think people appreciate different stuff. And number one, the thing is, you know, there's a lot of people just talk about inside stuff on some of these things. You know, I'll put it this way, right? I mean, there's a lot of comics that are well known in our industry, myself included. The public has no idea who they are.
No, not at all.
And the thing is, the people that, you know, push these people on comics and industry people think they're like an Adam Sandler's level of comedy. You know what I mean? Close.
No. But I do have to ask, in that news story, they did mention Mario Bosco, and they were curious, do you think you could reach his level? Do you have anything to say about that?
I don't have too much to say about the Bosco man. You know what I mean? I don't want to start any civil war here with him because he's a tough contender. But let's just say, Mario, good luck, enjoy your life, and hope we come across each other sooner or later.
I think that would be great, and I think we're about to with our final story.
Suggestion? None. Let's talk about Mario Bosco, the future king of NYC comedy. Picture this, a guy who can turn your worst day into a stand-up special you'll never forget. Yep, that's Mario. Born and raised in the city that never sleeps, Mario's humor is like a perfect New York pizza slice, crispy, cheesy, and leaves you craving more. From open mics in dingy basements to headlining sold-out shows, this guy's rise is nothing short of meteoric. But what makes Mario Bosco so special? It's his uncanny ability to poke fun at everyday life while making you feel like he's been your best friend for years. Whether he's riffing on subway mishaps or the joys of bodega coffee, Mario's got that rare gift relatability with a twist of hilarity. So, next time you're scrolling through your feed, remember the name Mario Bosco. Trust me, this is one comedy ride you won't want to miss. And who knows, maybe you'll catch him at a local club before he takes over the world. Stay tuned, laugh hard, and keep an eye out for Mario Bosco, the future king of NYC comedy.
Well, I have a couple of things to say about Mario, right? Okay. What do you call it? No, it's not all bad. What do you call it?
No, I love Mario.
The thing about him is, right? Okay, what do you call it? People rag at him, but you know what? You have to have guts in this business like he does. He's fearless. He's not afraid. Milton Berle wasn't afraid. Adam Sandler wasn't afraid. Andrew Dice Clay was not afraid. Howard Stern, Seth MacFarlane, they keep going on and on about people, right? The risk takers, that's the cheatiness. Some people may rag at him, but he's not afraid to do anything. Actually, I seen this sketch, him in a video. He's playing the accordion, and he's really playing it. He wasn't faking it. I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? It's like,
That's impressive.
No, that's not an easy instrument to play. I mean, I would never attempt it, you know what I mean? And the thing is, like, with him, it's very easy to sit back and be an armchair warrior. You know what I mean? He criticized the guy, but the thing is, he's out there making an attempt, he's doing stuff, and he's not afraid. Sometimes he comes across as abrasive with people, you know, but that's how he is, and you know, if that's him, that's him. And you know what? That's how he is. But the thing is, at the same time, he's not afraid. And I admire people that are fearless, because this industry is trying to mold him, and he's not going to be molded either. Like, I'm not going to be molded. You can't do this to certain people. Like
more. Can I show you how you're not being molded? Anybody else would have used this as an opportunity to attack, and you're just proving how different you are, Mike. You used it as an opportunity to prop up an old friend, and I love you for that. On that note, we're going to pay the bills.
But there you go. But the bottom line is, right, they can brag about any goddamn thing, because you know what? It takes a lot of guts to be. We know how hard it is to do anything in this business. An inch move is a nightmare, right? And anybody that does move it, people that are not even in this business, it's so easy for them to write cracks and comments. They don't even know this person, so I think they just keep that filthy mouth shut.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I've done comedy with him. He's a great stand-up comedian. On stage,
He's fun.
He makes people laugh. People like his shows, so whether you think he's the best or not, the audience is the ultimate decision maker, right?
They are the ultimate decision maker, because You know what? It's like when some comedy clubs don't want to book certain people for a certain reason, right? There are people in comedy clubs that would murder in that room. The audience would love to see, but because of some political reasons, they're not one of the cool kids, they don't fit in, or maybe they don't think they're right for the room, whatever, right? They don't. And there's a lot of other people in that room that are not even that I'm not going to say funny, because funny is super subjective, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
I would say not qualified. It's a better word to say it, you know what I mean? Because
We're not getting the same reception, something like that, yeah.
Because saying someone's, I would never know someone not funny. Hold on a second, I'm sorry. Because first of all, funny is super subjective, very subjective. It's like music. Some people like Led Zeppelin, people hated them. And, you know, who I think is funny, other people may love. Why other people love, I mean, that's probably funny, but I would never say not funny. It's just a matter of personal taste. That's it.
I couldn't agree with you more, buddy. On that note, in addition to the audience, you know who else makes the decisions? The people who pay the bills. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, tell the people to buy some Silk City hot sauce, and we'll be right back after this message.
So fucking good, isn't it?
Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. People have been looking and searching for Bigfoot for years. I found him. Well, I kind of found him. Psychic Bigfoot. Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. Silk City hot sauce has a new flavor. Psychic Bigfoot. Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. Silk City hot sauce. Psychic Bigfoot. Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. I may have not found Bigfoot, but I found something just as good. Psychic Bigfoot. Code Mike. Hey, K-Pasta and K-Pasta amigos and amigas. Recode. That's not as far as my Spanish goes, because I failed in junior high twice. But I do, you know, like, you can definitely tell how my Spanish is when I say K-Pasta amigos and amigas.
Yeah.
And feminine with the Spanish words, because that's the only difference I know. And I've been trying to speak Spanish again, and it's like, it's not easy. There's so many different dialects. I mean, you know, even if I was fluent in you know, Spanish from Spain, you could be lost.
Speaking in Mexico. Yep, absolutely. And the reason why, if you're confused as to why Mike's bringing up Spanish people, is during the break I told him how important it was to connect with that community. It's the biggest growing people watching late night.
Arriba, Andre, arriba, Andre. Big community going, people, because I didn't mean to Riva you guys. I'm not cooping on you guys. I just
No, not at all.
Riva Andre means, but it seems like it's exciting when I see Spanish people go, Riva Andre. They're like, you know, I don't know if it's cursing people out or what it is.
I don't either, but thankfully we found a Spanish translator for your 5 big statements you're going to make to the Spanish community.
Oh,
so what's the first thing you'd like to say to those tuning in right now, Mike? What's the first one? I've got somebody who will translate it. You don't worry.
Okay, well.
So you could just say it in English and I put it in Spanish.
Friends from all over, you know, Latin America and Cuba and back. Everywhere from Mexico to Chile to Panama to Cuba, because my childhood friends are from Mexico, where I grew up.
Por favor miren el programa de este loco. Me ató a un maldito poste de la cama. Con las nalgas abiertas y esa mierda, ¿no? Pon una percha en una maldita estufa y deja que esa mierda repose allí durante media hora, quítatela y métela en mi trasero lentamente como TSSS.
And I learned so many cool things about the culture and how much different it was, and it's like, they're fun people. And the thing is, you know, they bag on people coming here a lot today, right? The thing is, okay, if you come here as a legal citizen, like people did for generations, that's one thing, you know what I mean? But if you come here the other way, it's not cool at all.
Por favor, ayuda a este retrasado que dice que si no supera las 100 vistas, pondrá mis pelotas en una maldita cómoda, solo mis pelotas en una maldita cómoda, y las golpeará con un puto bate con púas, blao.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, like...
Oh, bueno.
And not only that, you know what? Everybody's, you know, with people from other countries, Spanish, and other people that come from other countries, these people here are lonely themselves, just from another culture. They don't know our language. They don't know our people. They're not here to be against and fight with us. They're looking to find friends and be accepted in this country. Like other people want murder.
Te lo ruego, si no miras, él, joder, me sacará la maldita lengua. Boca y apuñala la mierda con un destornillador oxidado, blao.
Beautiful, Mike. one last welcoming statement to the Spanish community, and we will move on to our next segment.
First of all, you guys have all different great cultures, and it's not the same. Everybody thinks, one group of Spanish people encompasses everybody. Heck no. It's so different because, people in Cuba are way different from people in Peru because, first of all, it's different cultures.
Cuéntaselo a tus amigos. Si no miran, el psicópata chupapollas me colgará, joder, de mi puta polla en la jodida 12ª historia que construye a este hijo de puta.
Peruvians were mixed in with the Incas, which were Native American people in those days that were wiped out sadly by the conquistadors. So they have Incan blood, you know what I mean? And otherwise, some people, from other countries in South America, whoever may just be that nationality, because they're all mixed with people, and it's so many different cultures. Not just one person. That's like when people see Asian people, they think, Japanese and Chinese are the same. Heck no. Two different countries, two languages, two cultures, two religions probably, and people just like to lump people in with one person when they see them. Not at all. Even Italian people are lumped in as one people. We're not.
Si no te unes al chat y miras todas las semanas, él me follará, me coserá el culo y seguirá alimentándome, alimentándome, alimentándome y alimentándome.
Not at all. Mike, what a beautiful, unifying statement. Keep going.
And the thing is, like I said, the great thing about some of the Spanish cultures are how, before they got devastated by the conquistadors, how advanced these people, the Aztecs, the Incans, the Mayans. I mean, you go to some of their ruins that are 5,000 years old, they're building plates, statues, and walls, and churches that are made of gold, silver. You know what I mean? And people can't even do that today. I mean, and just to get off the topic of Hispanics, just other cultures, go to Egypt, look at the pyramids. Modern man can't replicate them.
No, it's brilliant. Like the Roman concrete, right?
You can't. No, because, you know why? Because first of all, it was another time. They did things differently. There's nobody here from 5,000 years ago to instruct you with it. And the thing is, how crazy is that they had built pyramids that lasted 5,000 years, right? You spend $800,000 in a house that's going to last 40 years before it needs repair.
Exactly. It's nuts, isn't it? On that note, we're going to take our next commercial break to pay a few bills, and we will be right back after these messages.
So fucking good, isn't it?
I'm quite fine, thank you, ma'am. I like straight poker or crap. Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. People have been looking and searching for Bigfoot for years. I found him. Well, I kind of found him. Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. Silk City Hot Sauce has a new flavor. Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. Silk City Hot Sauce. Use code Mike, M-I-K-E. I may have not found Bigfoot, but I found something just as good. Code Mike. It's gonna be rock'em sock'em, baby. It's gonna be rock'em sock'em, baby.
Mike Bocchetti's got the facts, so yeah, he'll take you back to everywhere. From ancient Rome to the wild, wild west, Mike makes history the absolute best. Learning starts when Mike's on the scene. History's cool, know what I mean? From pyramids to kings and queens, with Mike Bocchetti, it's a history dream.
Well, I wouldn't say total expert. I just, learned a lot over the years by reading a lot and research and watching documentaries. One of my favorite time periods and topics is, sadly, it's an American tragedy, the Lincoln conspiracy, the Lincoln assassination when President Lincoln was murdered.
Yo, I'm Booth in the booth, you know what it is. Looking in the theater, nice mind in his biz. Pull the trigger, left him stiff. History's a twist, 6 simple terrains, now you don't want this. I'm the villain killing, rebel with a cause. Every thought he was king, but I laid down the laws. Freedom for the South, I'm giving that block. Now the whole world shook, I don't care about your flaws. Say simple terrain, suck on my nuts, bitch. Pull the hammer back, gave the feds a switch. Towers plus bill, I'm rich with grit. Ride or die, baby, I don't ever quit. Caught in the act, but I'm wrong, you missed. I'm the one who silenced the union spits. Now they call me a ghost, I still exist. 6 simple terrain, suck on my nuts, bitch.
Well, here's the facts that I know, and people will debate me on this. I like debate, you know what I mean, because it makes you really think. Because, you know, when other people debate me, I may think, you know what? Wait, I'll listen to what they'll say. I always listen to what they're saying and be like, you know what? They could have a valid point here. I'm not always right about it. I'll go back and try to research what they said. Well, anyway, I think it was definitely was a conspiracy, and I actually think John Wilkes Booth wasn't killed 12 days later after this destination, but he escaped and lived many years later. Okay, first of all, right? The trial of the conspirators, which was, you know, Mary Surratt, who they hung, first woman they ever hung in America. What do you call it? Mary Surratt, David Harold, a whole bunch of other people, right? Oh, okay, Star Force dinner, okay, what do you call it? It happened on April 14th, 1865, at around 10:15 p.m. John Wilkes Booth was an actor for a lot of years. He knew that theater from doing plays in it for years. He knew every nook and cranny of that theater. And he knew to play well Our American Cousin, which was the benefit that night of the performance. And he knew an exact moment in the play when there'd be huge uproars of laughter with a scene, and there'd be one actor on stage by himself. So he knew it would be a lot easier for him to escape if the whole cast was on stage, right? So, actually, there's another valid point that people don't know that night what happened. It was President Lincoln and his wife Mary, Major Henry Rathbone, and what he called his wife, his fiancée at the time, Clara, right? Who was like a senator's daughter, I think, some political guy's daughter, right? Okay. Well, after Booth, you know, shot Lincoln, Major Rathbone, who's like a good wrestler, you know, like in good shape, was to grab Booth, to grab him. But Booth pulled out a Bowie knife and slashed from like his ear all the way down to here, his whole body.
I want to know how I got these scars.
Slashed and dug a knife into him deep, right? The guy passed out. And what do you call it? The thing about Rathbone is, the sad thing is, he blamed himself for Lincoln, for not capturing Booth. His whole life he lived with that. And he went insane and killed himself years later. How crazy is that? He blamed himself because he didn't capture Booth. He let him get away. So anyway, David Harold, who's like a pharmacy clerk, Booth's, co-conspirators. Well, here's why I know that I think it's a conspiracy, because, okay, when they brought all the conspirators to trial, there were 8 of them, right? Bob, they did not have a traditional courtroom like they would now. They had a military tribunal, which is all like generals, and all Union generals, you know what I mean, right? Which is kind of putting it on one side already, you know what I mean, right? And the conspirators, Bob, were not allowed to speak in their behalf. Not to say a word. They were just on trial, like the Romans did to the people, just on trial, right? They couldn't speak, right? So David Harold, who was with John Wilkes Booth that night, was the only person that really knew if it was Booth or not. You know what I mean? And he wasn't allowed to speak about it. And then, okay, this is what made me really think about it. There's a movie that came out in the late 70s called The Lincoln Conspiracy, right? There was this Confederate officer, his name was J.J. Boyd, that was his name. He was the dead ringer for Booth. Dead ringer for Booth, you know what I mean, right? Well, he may be like 20 years older than him. Okay, Secretary of War Stanton was a real douchebag. What do you call it? Got this guy out of the Confederate prison. Somehow, what happened was they were going to have this guy take President Lincoln down. They were going to kidnap him at first. But that didn't work. So this guy was supposed to take Lincoln out. So supposedly, this guy switched places with Booth that night. He looked exactly like him, right? And physically and everything, okay. When they killed Booth that night, right? There were like 16 soldiers from the New York Cavalry. They killed him and surrounded him. They shot him. He lived about till like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Okay, a couple of the officers and other people said, that's not Booth, who they shot, right? David Harold came out of his barn with his hands up yelling, that's not Booth, that's not Booth. You know what I mean, right? So eyewitnesses to this. And then what happened next was the guy that they shot had red hair. John Wilkes Booth had black hair. You know what I mean? And then some other things. And here, Bob, here's the clinch of this, right? They took one picture, Bob, right, of the autopsy, right? And somehow it got lost. And not only that, Bob, okay, then this is the real clinker, even more so, right? Okay, in those days, right, like say an outlaw, Jesse James, people like that were killed, they'd parade that body around the city. Am I right or wrong? Because they just buried Booth quickly, Bob. They buried him right away. And then, if they really, Bob, had killed Booth, the whole nation would have wanted him, his body brought around the whole, you know what I mean?
Body yaddy 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 body yaddy 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 yaddy.
Paraded around the world. They definitely would have had an outlaw, you know, like have his body paraded on parade. They definitely would have bring him around. They would not have buried him that quickly.
So fucking good, isn't it?
Looking for a little spice in your life? Go to Silk City Hot Sauce and use code MIKE, M-I-K-E, for all your tasty needs. You'll get the best of the best. Go to Silk City Hot Sauce and use code MIKE, M-I-K-E. It's a variety of hot sauces for all tastes and needs. Go to Silk City Hot Sauce and use code MIKE, M-I-K-E, and tell them I sent you. You'll be glad you did. Silk City Hot Sauce. Go to Silk City Hot Sauce and use code MIKE, M-I-K-E. Go to Silk City Hot Sauce and use code MIKE, M-I-K-E. Go to Silk City Hot Sauce and use code MIKE, M-I-K-E. Go to Silk City Hot Sauce and use code MIKE, M-I-K-E.
I'd like to leave you guys with a piece of advice. I'm going to try to leave a good piece of advice for you, okay? We got a lot of stuff going on in the world right now that's not too cool. I mean, you know, COVID is out there, it's not out there, you know, who knows what to believe, you know what I mean, right? And the thing is, the worst thing that came out of this, people died, people got sick from shots, but the thing is, it really screwed up our economy. I mean, less how things are now. I mean, come on, they're gouging the life out of people more and more each day. I'll put it this way. Today you go out to eat in a restaurant, people eat in that restaurant to buy groceries. And the thing is, you know what I say about all this going on right now? Look.
What do you say?
The bottom line is, terrible what's going on with us, right? Just try our best and just keep our heads above water, unstress ourselves, you know what I mean? And just, you know what, if you stress yourself out, it's going to make it worse. And then if you're unstressed, you'll figure your way out of your predicament, how to make money, how to just back on your feet. You put too much emphasis on it, it's not going to happen. And you know what? And another thing, right? Just be yourself in life. Who cares what people think about what you are? As long as you're happy with yourself, you're not hurting yourself or other people. Be yourself. Don't ever listen to anybody's nonsense. And that's it.
And thank everybody.
Do it. All friends we have around the world, everybody from all countries, our own, and many others out there. We love you guys, and we're looking forward to a great long shelf life with you guys.
I couldn't agree with you more. On that note, thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next time on Midnights with Mike at 11.
Oh.
So fucking good, isn't it?
Midnights with Mike at 11 on the dot, where the jokes are warm and the laughs are hot. Mike Bocchetti's the name, he's got the charm. With a face like a teddy, no cause for alarm. You've seen him with De Niro, you've seen him with Stern, but now he's here solo. It's Mike's big turn. He's got the jokes, the wit, the surprise. He's Staten Island's greatest comedic prize. It's Midnights with Mike at 11 on the clock. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, just watch. Oh, he's a man of many quirks with jokes so bright. You laugh so hard, you'll stay up all night. It's Midnights with Mike at 11 on the clock. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, just watch. The man of many quirks at hard and tree. At he just barely a tree. Got now, you've got the jokes, yes, though with a surprise. He's Mark, may God pray for right. It's Midnights with Mike, 11 on the dot, where the jokes are warm and the laughs are hot. Showbiz and only right. Mike's taking us on silly midnight slide. Cats, rats, and June Duty in tight. It's Mike at 11 making you just right.